Development of science and technology, augmented reality (AR) and virtual reality (VR) have been gradually expanded and applied to many exhibition industries, and metaverse is the strongest case of their misuse. Mixed reality (MR) and extended reality (XR) are also on the rise, proving its capabilities being useful. Nowadays, AR, VR, MR, and XR are used in many places, greatly increasing people's sensory interaction experience. Just like the following figures, AR can be used in repairing machines, making engineers more efficient and tasks easier. Whilst VR can be used to help train workers, MR and XR make process more visually apprehendable. From the graph shown, it can be seen as our industry has been growing increasingly. Not only in wearable industry, mobile AR has had significant growth. The whole XR industry has grown from 500 million in 2018 to nearly 1.2 billion today. It proves the industry has greater potential in the future. Currently, there are few major players in the XR industry, such as Meta and Apple, which you might have heard of. Augmented reality, also named AR, refers to the technology of combining the image screen of the camera with sound recognition technology to make the real scene on the screen, amplifying the virtual objects and allows interaction with them. You will see the coexistence of the real world and virtual content at the same time through the device screen. AR enhances our view of the real world by overlaying computer-generated information on top of what we see. Although AR technology of smartphones has progressed significantly in the past few years, most applications are still focused on the entertainment, such as online translator, camera filter, and Pokemon Go. As a result, people's attention is gradually turning to wearable smart glasses to achieve a more comprehensive AR experience. These devices must combine ultra-low power processors with multiple sensors, including depth perception and tracking, and the device form factor must be lightweight and comfortable for long-term wear. Wearable smart glasses were first shown to the world in 2012 with Google Glass, and the technology needed to create a durable solution with a similar device is maturing by its further development. Enterprise and industry applications like Microsoft HoloLens 2 and Epson BT300 have shown how AR can help in the workplace. This video shows the possibilities of an AR device, such as navigation, instructions, and much more. Virtual reality, also known as VR, refers to a 3D virtual space created by the computer and projected, usually with a hand-mounted display. Users will not see the real environment and are immersed in the virtual world. With the user moves or acts, the virtual world will have a corresponding feedback, giving an immersed scene of pre-scene. VR is often used as a training tool in education and healthcare industry. The virtual world can provide a much safer environment and has a much higher tolerance to error for training and education. Virtual devices are enhancing the experience through the platforms such as Red Room and VR Chat that can facilitate virtual meeting in different virtual worlds, giving a whole new definition to online meetings. This video shows a view of what the wearer sees in the virtual world. As you can see, actions in the virtual world is done through a controller, and the view of the wearer matches movement, as if he is the virtual world. This proves a valuable concept for virtual world training, as errors in the world would not have the same consequence if made in the real world, making it much more safer. Furthermore, VR can be deployed in mass, whereas real training might require physical equipment, depending on the topic, which can be expensive.
Welcome to the Occupational Safety and Health Training. This training is dedicated to such important topics as maintaining safety at the workplace, helping employees to eliminate hazardous conditions, and avoiding them by following the OSHA standards requirements. Here is your task for this session. You are in the switchboard room. You need to connect a new wire to an existing circuit breaker panel 1. Click Next to proceed to the next step. Now, collect proper protective equipment from the list: a hard hat, safety glasses, tool belt, AC/DC voltage meter, and dielectric gloves. Teleport to the objective marker near the circuit breaker panel 1 and open the panel door. Great. Now, grab an AC/DC voltage tester from your tool belt. Take the test leads in both hands and connect them to the highlighted markers on the circuit breaker panel, and check if there is a live voltage. Now, when we figured out that the circuit breaker panel 1 is energized, we need to search for the isolation point for this panel on a single line diagram. Teleport to the objective marker near the single line diagram on the wall. Great. Now that you're aware of the isolation point, you need to teleport to the objective marker near the switchboard panel 3 and turn off the highlighted circuit breaker. Notice that we need to tag out this switch to prevent uncontrolled switching. Put dielectric gloves on the table. Grab a tag and attach it on the switch itself. Great! Now you are ready to connect a new wire into the existing circuit breaker panel. Teleport to the objective marker near the circuit breaker panel 1 and pull the wire with your hands towards yourself to fit it inside the panel. You got an electric shock. In real life, it will induce ventricular fibrillation, which can lead to arrhythmia and cardiac arrest. It seems like the panel, in fact, wasn't de-energized, and while you were trying to reach the wire and pull it towards yourself, you have accidentally exposed yourself to a live voltage on a bus bar system. Let's have a look at some of the contributing factors that led to this fatality. An employee should verify the location of all energy isolation points. According to the OSHA standards, each authorized employee shall receive training in the recognition of applicable hazardous energy sources, the type and magnitude of the energy available in the workplace, and the methods and means necessary for energy isolation and control. The additional test shall be performed. After switching off the circuit breaker on the switchboard panel 3, an additional test shall be performed to verify that isolation and de-energizing of the panel 1 were accomplished. According to the OSHA standards, before starting work on machines or equipment that have been locked out or tagged out, the authorized employee shall verify that isolation and de-energizing of the machine or equipment have been accomplished. If normally energized parts are exposed to contact by an employee while the machine or equipment is de-energized, a test shall be performed to ensure that these parts are de-energized. Change in the energy control procedures. At some point, the tagged-out circuit breaker had been cross-wired with the other breaker, and thus the panel was not de-energized in fact. According to the OSHA standards, retraining shall be provided for all authorized and affected employees whenever there is a change in their job assignments, machines, equipment, or processes that present a new hazard, or any time there is a change in the energy control procedures. Use proper protective equipment. Another factor that led to an electric shock, unclad dielectric gloves. Even with the gloves on and long sleeves, the accidental touch to a bus bar would not lead to an electric shock because of insulation materials. You have completed the occupational safety and health training.
Mixed reality (MR) is a technology that combines elements of both virtual reality (VR) and augmented reality (AR) to create a new type of interactive experience. MR is sometimes also referred to as a hybrid reality. In MR, virtual objects are displayed in the real world and can be interacted with as if they were physically present. This is achieved through the use of specialized handsets, cameras, and sensors that track the user's movements and overlay digital content onto their real-world environment. One of the key advantages of MR allows users to experience digital content in a more natural and immersive way. For example, a designer can use MR to visualize a 3D model of a building in its real-world location, allowing them to see how the structure will look and interact with the environment. MR is applied in medical services such as medical education and training. Medical students can actually see human anatomy diagrams and disable human body parts. Overall, MR has the potential to create new chances for entertainment, education, and productivity. Please watch the video for the extended introduction to MR applications.
Imagine a world where you can travel anywhere at the speed of thought. You can learn almost everything about anything. No, it's not your imagination. It is reality. Mixed reality, to be exact. MR is the merging of the real and the virtual world to produce new environments and visualizations, where physical and digital objects coexist and interact in real time. Unlike virtual reality, where the physical world is shut out, mixed reality encompasses the real world in combination with VR to create new fascinating experiences. MR does not exclusively take place in either the physical or virtual world, but it is a hybrid of the two. While mixed reality is not a new concept and was first developed in 1992 at the Armstrong Laboratories of the United States Air Force, today, sophisticated MR technologies are finding application in various fields of our lives. The entertainment business is one obvious industry to make use of this relatively new technology. Once film producers start to incorporate MR in film production, watching a movie on a flat screen will seem like ancient technology. Imagine being able to see your favorite celebrities perform a set in your room. Even fictional characters are already being fashioned through MR apps. With mixed reality, the sky is the limit. Actually, not even the sky. MR is finding use everywhere, even in space. The educational system is going to benefit a great deal from mixed reality. In the near future, students might be able to take interactive classes from the comfort of their home. The same principle will apply to corporate meetings. Microsoft is currently working on a project called HoloPortation. Individuals using mixed reality headset displays, such as HoloLens, will be able to see, hear, and interact with remote participants in 3D as if they are present in the same physical space. Applications of mixed reality will also revolutionize the healthcare sector. Surgeons can operate on their patients in much more effective ways than traditional methods. HoloLens is equipped with motors, which allows the user to interact with the headset by oral commands or simple hand gestures. This may allow surgeons to identify the specific part of the anatomy of the patient where the surgical intervention is needed, thus complete the surgery with superior efficiency. Of course, military use of mixed reality is going to play a big role in propelling and improving upon MR technology. The US Army is planning to buy 40,000 pairs of mixed reality goggles. The IVAS goggles derived from Microsoft's HoloLens program will allow soldiers to identify friendly and enemy forces and aim their weapons without directly seeing the enemy. The goggles will display crucial information, allowing soldiers to make decisions more quickly. As mixed reality technology continues to improve and slowly but surely become mainstream, our only question is, will the thin disappearing line of human-machine integration ever become apparent? Thanks for watching. Did you like this video? Then show your support by liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell to never miss videos like this.
SR is a general term used to describe interactive experience with the real world, including VR, AR, MR, and other related technologies. SR technology can be applied to various fields such as gaming, entertainment, healthcare, and education. It gives users more immersive and realistic experience and offers business and organization more training tools. In the video, you can see the actual application of SR in the factory, which can make employees safer and more efficient in the process.
Working in logistics, we are constantly looking for opportunities to improve our processes. We have understood that using XR technologies is giving us a great opportunity to enhance the processes, make them safer, and also more efficient. This is completely in line with Industry 4.0. We are using virtual reality in order to train our people outside the normal process, giving them the possibility to do it once and again until the process is understood. And then in the reality, we use augmented reality with smart glasses like the one I have in my hand to support the process. this works completely hands-free, as the smart glass and the complete application we have is voice controlled. So I just need to say yes, no, I can take a picture, so I take picture, and with that I'm documenting my process. I can work in whatever environment. It can be an oily environment, it can be outside, snow, rain, I have no problem. So for us, it is a great improvement to use this technology.
This video introduces many fields of the processing.
As curious beings, it's in our nature to wonder about the future. Even when we think about the past, it's only because we are hardwired to find patterns so we can better predict future outcomes. The driving force that shapes almost every aspect of the future of our civilization is technology. It's a gripping thought when you realise that for most of the time in human history, the lives of our ancestors were not that much different from their previous generation. The human species is about 200,000 years old, and most of that time, humans were hunters and gatherers. Even after we developed civilization, after the invention of agriculture, the lives of ordinary people living in, let's say, the first century of the Common Era remained relatively unchanged compared to people living 1,000 years later. Civilization shifted into the next gear only when the Industrial Revolution kicked in. In a span of only 260 years after the first Industrial Revolution, technology transformed our lives more than ever before in the history of our species. Most science fiction movies portray the lives of people living in the future with fancy gadgets and equipment, fulfilling all of our needs by command. Perhaps the first technology to mimic such a scenario and make us feel like we are living in the future is going to be the use of XR, or extended reality. So, what is exactly XR? To better understand the prospects of extended reality and its applications, we first need to learn about its constituents. XR encompasses a conglomeration of virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. First, let's take a look at the most familiar one, VR. Virtual reality is the use of computer technology to create a simulated experience that can be similar to, or completely different from, the real world. Standard virtual reality systems use either VR headsets or multi-projected environments to generate realistic visuals and sounds. The VR headset, with its user interface, offers you a digital experience that you can immerse yourself in any created 3D environment instead of just watching on a conventional 2D computer screen. Some early prototypes of virtual experiences predate even digital computing. Morton Helling wrote in the 1950s of an experience theatre that could encompass all the senses in an effective manner, drawing the viewer into the on-screen activity. In 1962, he built a prototype of his vision called Sensorama, along with 5 short films to be displayed in it while engaging multiple senses such as sight, sound, smell, and touch. Today, there are countless companies producing VR headsets. Among the most popular ones are Sony's PSVR, the standalone Oculus Quest, Valve Index, HTC Vive, etc. Obviously, gaming is the major industry propelling VR forward, but there are other fields beginning to incorporate virtual reality, such as education, medical training, and healthcare in general, the military, etc. If you want to learn more about this subject, we've uploaded a previous video solely dedicated to VR that's being suggested to you at the top right hand corner. But next is augmented reality. In contrast to virtual reality, AR is an interactive experience of a real-world environment where the objects that reside in the real world are enhanced by computer-generated perceptual information across multiple, if not all, sensory modulates. AR can be defined as a system that fulfills 3 basic features: a combination of the real and virtual world, a real-time interaction, and accurate 3D registration of virtual and real objects. The overlaid sensory information can be constructive, additive to the natural environment, or it can be destructive, meaning the natural environment is masked to show virtual objects. In this way, augmented reality alters the perception of the real world, whereas VR completely replaces the user's real-world environment with a simulated one. There are many camera-based AR apps you can use with your smartphone right now. If you happen to own an iPhone, you can download the Measure app from the App Store for free. This app enables you to quickly measure the size of real objects, a person's height, and it can automatically provide the dimensions of rectangular ones. IKEA also came up with an AR app called IKEA Place, which lets you place virtual furniture in your house by simply taking a photograph of your physical space. Perhaps one of the best free AR apps out there is Jigspace. This app allows you to explore interactive 3D objects of just about anything. The library includes a mixture of fields such as machines, science, how-to, space, and even history. If you want a more in-depth video about this topic, check out our video about AR on your top right-hand corner. And finally, the last in our shortlist is mixed reality. MR is the merging of real and virtual worlds to produce new environments and visualizations, where physical and digital objects coexist and interact in real time. As the name implies, mixed reality is the mixing of the real and virtual world. MR does not exclusively take place in either the physical or the virtual world, but is rather a hybrid of the two. MR is similar to augmented reality, but there is a key difference. Mixed reality allows virtual overlay of graphics to interact with the real world. On February 2019, Microsoft released their new pair of mixed reality smart glasses called HoloLens 2. In this showcase, they demonstrated their MR smart glasses with an application created with Unreal Engine. 2 months after the announcement, the HoloLens 2 emulator also was made available to developers, which allows developers to create applications for this MR device. The HoloLens 2 has a diagonal field of view of 52 degrees, with a resolution of 47 pixels per degree, improved hologram stability, new hardware, and accelerated workloads such as eye tracking, fully articulated hand tracking, semantic labeling, spatial audio, etc. However, this device is not currently meant for consumers as its price is enormous, costing $3,500. In your top right hand corner, you can find a more detailed video about MR. And there you have it, the three main realities that compose extended reality. That's why there is a need to improve this technology and come up with an XR device that encompasses all three realities. Instead of having a different device for each realm, a VR headset, an AR compatible device, and an MR headset, the market will eventually produce an affordable device meant for consumers that has all realities. One device to rule them all. On May 2020, Qualcomm, the company that makes the chip for the Oculus Quest VR headset, came up with a huge announcement. They will start collaborating with 15 world-leading operators to deliver XR viewers. These operators plan to make XR part of their 5G offerings for consumers and enterprises within 2021. The XR viewers, as they call them, are lightweight, head-worn glasses that connect to a smartphone powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 855 or 865 mobile platforms. Tethered to a 5G-enabled smartphone via USB-C cable, XR viewers unlock a new generation of immersive experiences using 5G-enabled smartphones that provide high bandwidth and low latency, which is essential for high-quality XR. On their website it states, consumers' favourite smartphone applications can become augmented reality experiences in front of their eyes, or workplace meetings can be revolutionised through holographic telepresence with virtual collaboration platforms, as XR and 5G come together to transform how the world connects, communicates, and consumes content. To protect the market of XR devices and ensure software and hardware optimization, Qualcomm has an XR optimized certification program, which includes 6 degrees of freedom, head tracking performance on the viewer and smartphone, display calibration validation for the viewer, motion and photon latency validation on the viewer and smartphone, power and thermal test on the viewer and smartphone, interoperability between the viewer and smartphone. Within 1 to 4 years, they expect XR viewers to become wireless, while in the next 5 to 10 years we will probably have 5G tethered glasses. The tech company that designs GPUs is also focused on the development of XR technology. Their Cloud XR is their core platform for streaming virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality content from any open VR or XR application on a remote server, cloud, data center, or edge. Whether rendering complex graphics, stitching together 360-degree video, or rendering volumetric scenes, the Cloud XR streaming stack lets developers leverage a flexible, high-performance cloud. Nreal are the first lightweight mixed reality glasses that look like normal glasses but offer the capability to blend in both the real world and with mixed reality world. They offer a 52-degree field of view and weigh only 88 grams. They come with a computing pack and controller, but can also be tethered to a smartphone. And perhaps the best part about the Nreal MR glasses is that they come as a computer kit package too. With the development of these many XR devices, the future technology in general looks very bright. Did you like this video? Then show your support by subscribing, ringing the bell, and enabling notifications to never miss videos like this.
Next, let me show the difference between the 4 technologies just introduced. Here is the comparison between AR and VR. Overall, both AR and VR are used to provide richer and more realistic experience. AR overlays digital content on the real world, and VR creates a fully virtual environment. Here's the comparison between MR and SR. Overall, MR is a subset of SR that emphasizes adding virtual objects to the real world, achieving more advanced interactive experiences. SR includes various technologies such as AR, VR, and MR, and has different applications and interaction methods.